Hey guys. Welcome back to Jiu-Jitsu Sisterhood. I'm your host, Ashley.
And I'm your co-host, Olivia.
Today, oh God, what's wrong with me? I always forget to tell you guys about the 20 platforms that we have. I get excited because we have really interesting topics today.
We really do. So it's going to be another little pop topic conversation. We have a lot. We do have a lot of things to talk about. But before we get into it, let me remind you to follow us on our Instagram, our TikTok, and also don't forget to see our website
and our YouTube.
Yeah, it's a lot. All of it. Jiu-Jitsu Sisterhood.
And Spotify, Apple. We're on all those platforms. Jiu-Jitsu Sisterhood.
Yeah.
Also, we have rash guards that say thick thighs take lives.
Because they sure do.
Especially our thighs. They're super cute, purple and black with our logo on the back. You can see we have the link on our YouTube and on our Instagram through Etsy. Check out all the photos and videos of people who have already purchased it. It's great material.
It really is.
Definitely worth the money, and it's super cute. So.
Yeah, definitely hypes up your power level.
Definitely gives you higher power level, stronger thighs to destroy your enemies. So look into that. Besides that, I think that's mostly what we wanted to say.
Yeah, in the middle of the conversation, we might plug ourselves again to make sure you remember who we are.
Later, anything that we mention about links that needs a link, we'll post it in the description below. So to make it easy for all of you guys.
So make sure that you like and follow and subscribe
and hit
to our
the little
YouTube
bell.
channel. Yes. So you're notified whenever we upload.
Which is getting more often. So
yeah,
keep an eye out, guys.
Yes.
Okay, like she said, it's a pop topic today.
Yes.
So it's pretty much just some random topics that were suggested to by our followers and our listeners. Actually, most of it is, I think I only added maybe like one thing. So that's pretty awesome. Thank you guys.
Yeah, keep giving us suggestions whenever we ask.
Yeah.
We'll be doing this more often.
Yeah, we'll talk about whatever you guys want. I know sometimes it can get a little awkward where you gotta like tiptoe around certain things. So I guess disclaimer, we'll try to be as honest as possible without hurting anybody's feelings.
Yes.
But just be kind, okay? We're just trying to have a discussion here.
Correct. Remember, our opinions are our own. You can have different opinions. It doesn't mean we have to fight about it.
Yeah, you don't have to agree with us. You can just listen and move on. Or you can agree with us, engage with us, talk about it. All very interesting topics. So,
yeah.
Whew, let's get started. So excited. Okay, so let's start off a little easy.
Yeah.
One follower suggested we talk about this model. Her name is Giselle Bunchen. She's Brazilian.
It's Bunchink, I think. But I'm probably butchering that myself. Okay, sorry. I am not Brazilian. I do not speak Portuguese.
I do not follow models.
I do. I love her. She's gorgeous.
Yeah, I didn't know who she was, so I was just like, I remember seeing the article about her. She apparently trains with the Valente brothers.
Yes, she does. She started training right after her divorce from a super famous football player.
Yeah, Tom Brady.
Correct.
Bro, I kept confusing him with Tom Hardy, Venom, because I don't watch football, and he does jiu-jitsu also, so I was just getting confused.
Yeah, no.
So she dated Tom Brady, a football player.
Correct.
And the Valente brothers is here in Miami, right?
Yes.
So
correct.
Here in Miami, obviously we're gonna talk about it, right? So
Right.
So apparently this lady, this model, left Tom Brady, started dating one of the Valente brothers. I don't even know which one.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know which one either.
Yeah, I didn't look into it. So I'm sorry, guys. Point is, she's dating one of them. The black belt's the owners, and she got her purple belt just after 2 years.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest. I did a little lurking on her profile.
Okay.
Yeah. I saw one jiu-jitsu post, and it was from when she was a white belt with 3 stripes, and then she was doing a lot of punching and kicking, and then a little bit of jiu-jitsu. So, and then I didn't see another post, and that was in 2022. So I'm she posts about everything else, so why isn't she posting about jiu-jitsu? How hard did this lady actually train?
To be fair though, with her personal profile, I would imagine it wouldn't be wise to be posting when you're training, where you're training all the time. Plus,
no, but you could post it. Oh, I see. But they already. But she promotes that she trains there.
Right. But also, you have to consider when you have that much of a following, your social media is kind of a business. Do you understand what I mean? So I don't think she's posting too much personal content, if that makes sense.
But she is though. She does post a lot of personal content. So I was looking at it. It wasn't like.
Does she like do stories?
Oh, I don't know. I don't follow her.
Okay.
You want me to chat?
I mean, I can chat.
I don't know if she does stories or anything, but she had a lot of just normal photos of her doing activities, right? And then there was only like one post of jiu-jitsu. I don't know. It's just also like, aren't you super busy as a model? Like, how often are you really training?
She's technically a retired model.
Oh, she's retired?
Yeah, she was a Victoria's Secret angel. How do you not know this?
Because I don't follow models.
I love her. Like her and my favorite is Alessandra. I loved it.
I don't know their names.
I did.
Point is, do you think she really trained
no.
in 2 years to get a purple belt?
100%. Listen to me, okay? As far as her posting, like that's me playing devil's advocate for her posting. Because I think when you're that high profile, you don't want people having an idea of what your schedule is when you're at that certain place. Because she is high profile. So I'm not going to fault her for that. That being said, I don't give a damn if you're on the mats every single day. There's no freaking way you made it to a purple belt in 2 years, okay? It must, no, I'm not going to say what I was going to say because that was really mean. But no, I do not think that she is a purple belt. It's also not my job to give her one. So, but all I can say is no, there's obviously, I feel like it's pretty obvious she didn't actually deserve that belt and she kind of just like slept her way to it. Sorry, I said it. I said it in a mean way because there's no freaking way.
Well, true, and yeah, exactly. She's dating the guy, so exactly. So there's already like a lot of bias there with the student-teacher's relationship. I feel like a lot of people that do have these types of relationships do get promoted rather quickly.
No, they don't. I think there are.
No, you think?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think, not always.
Okay, well, sometimes I guess.
Not always, but in this particular case, yes. I think had she already been a blue belt and she'd be halfway to her purple belt, that sounds a little bit more, and that still sounds a little quick. But
2 years is not a long time.
No, absolutely not. Not at all.
Yeah, I feel like even, I don't know, what if you're even there like 7 days a week? I don't know.
No,
is 2 years
No, because
enough?
I've done that.
Oh.
I did that. And I used to compete.
And how long did you have your white belt for?
I had my white belt for I think 1.5 years, almost 2 years.
Oh, I had mine for 3. 3 years, guys.
Yeah.
But I also was in pharmacy school, so.
Yeah, but yeah, it took me a while. I think, yeah, it took me like 1.5 years. And then and blue belt? I was blue belt for freaking years. I mean, granted, I also asked not to be promoted right away. But I had my blue belt for years.
Same, 4 years.
And I was on the mat every day.
Okay, I was not.
Sometimes twice a day.
Yeah.
Teaching kids classes.
Mm.
No way.
No way.
No way. No.
Yeah.
And then she doesn't, like, maybe...
She doesn't even compete on
That's what I was going to say. I'm like, if you're telling me that she competes and she's proving her rank like that against people with that short amount of time, then I understand that quick promotion. But who is she fighting with in the Valente school that tells you that in 2 years she's prepared for a purple belt? Again,
unless she's only training her coach.
This is my opinion. And yeah, I don't think she truly deserves a purple belt, but also she's not my student.
But at the end of the day,
we can give them the benefit of the doubt.
It's whack. Yeah, 100%. It's definitely whack. Like,
I wonder how long Keanu Reeves was training for him to get his purple belt.
I think he's actually been training for a while.
And he's already been training for a while, but isn't he already a black belt? Is he? He's been training for like 10 years.
I think he's a brown belt.
Okay, but he's been training for like 10 years.
Yeah, he's been training for a while.
Okay.
I think he's a brown belt.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah, so, yeah.
I wonder if Giselle Bundchen can give...
I'm sorry, Giselle.
Can give Keanu Reeves a run for his money. That'd be funny to watch.
Oh my god.
That would be kind of cool to watch, though.
Let's try to set it up. Like, hey, Giselle, heard you got your purple belt. Or we challenge her. Oh my god.
No, I'm not trying to challenge a very beautiful supermodel. I respect her too much.
I'm not trying to challenge a beautiful
but
supermodel.
I will challenge. I mean, like, I'll challenge her rank like this, but no, no. She's too beautiful.
She should compete, and then we'll talk.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one is that random clip that we saw of some lady getting her blue belt at her wedding from her husband, who's obviously the black belt, I guess, or I don't even know what belt he was. I was just like...
No, obviously he was promoting her.
Yeah, but you can promote below you.
Oh, that's true.
So I don't know what belt he was. He probably was a black belt, though.
Right.
Because he did look older, I think. Actually, I don't remember.
No, he didn't look that much older.
Point is, gave a blue belt at a wedding.
Bro, if that was my wedding, I would have ended up making my husband walk the gauntlet because I would have lost my shit.
Yeah, what were you saying? You're like, wow, nice to make your whole personality.
So we'll see if we can find that and we'll like either repost it on our Instagram. We'll find a way to get it to you guys. But basically, read the comment section of that video because one of the comments said something along the lines of, way to show everybody that you don't have a personality outside jiu-jitsu. And I feel like he couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, I couldn't have said that better myself. Like, absolutely. Like, that's so terrible.
Like, you couldn't do that, like...
Any other moment. You decided your wedding while you guys are exchanging vows to go, you know what, babe? You really deserve your blue belt. Why? In front of everyone, including the family members that don't know that this is what we do or that think that this is what we do and it's kind of childish or like we're doing karate. Because I'm sorry, but everyone that does jiu-jitsu has had a family member to go, how's karate going? And like bring their hands up and do this situation, okay?
Or just super judgy, like, why do you do that? I don't get it.
Exactly. But in front of them, this is the moment that you decided, I'm going to give her blue belt. I understand when like white belts get super bit by the bug and they kind of want to do like certain things. Like we had that gender reveal with a couple that goes to our gym that did it with two people like grappling, which was almost catch wrestling and like grappling at the same time. It was funny, okay, but that was a gender reveal. We're talking about a wedding. That's kind of like a monumental thing in one's life. But this is why I want to give her the blue belt.
Forget about our love for each other and our vows and...
Yeah, because this is bigger than us.
And our moment right now, because you need your blue belt. I need to pause this. You need your blue belt right now.
There's a time and a place, people. There's a time and a place. You know what it is? And that looked like a beautiful wedding. That looked like that took some time to plan. Like, that looks like... It looks like
they were... very elegant, yeah.
It was very elegant. It looked like she started training because he did jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, that, at least that's what it looks like to me. It doesn't look like inappropriate relationships like we're going to get to in a second. But, it didn't look that way to me because it looked like the planning of that took like a long time. And
yeah, it wasn't like I planned this in a week wedding.
Exactly. And it takes a little bit of time to get your white belt. Like we just discussed, sometimes it can take 2 years. And for you, it took 3, you know? So this looked like something that like took some planning and he wants to whip out a blue belt. Boy, no, stop.
Put that away.
And I'll be honest, she didn't look super thrilled either. Like I'll put it there, like if you really look at her face, like yeah, she smiled and stuff, but she did not look super duper thrilled.
Oh my god, we gotta find
And she took her belt off immediately. She was like,
alright, and we're done with this. Back to the wedding.
Way to show there isn't very much left to your personality.
Guys, don't do that, okay?
Yeah, don't.
Like, it sounds cute, but like in reality, no.
No, well, have you seen the people who like end up grappling instead of a first dance at like weddings?
Yes. I thought about that.
Yeah, no, I remember talking you out of that.
Yeah. I can't remember actually talking about. Like it sounds cute, but when I watch somebody else do it, I'm like, oh, this is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
like everybody watching you have a jiu-jitsu match is a little weird.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, but like your wedding had so much of your personality sprinkled throughout it that even if you would have sprinkled a little jiu-jitsu, it wouldn't have been as bad as giving someone a promotion on the altar.
Yeah, it's a little awkward. That's a tad awkward. All right, enough with that one.
Okay. We went off a little too far on that one.
It's just still pondering the idea of like, I don't know, it's just too much.
I'm really happy you didn't do that.
What? Oh, yeah. You're welcome.
You're
welcome. I can be pretty cringy myself, guys, so.
Oh, same.
All right, so moving on. nice flow into student-teacher relationships,
Yes.
right? Because both of those were student-teacher relationships, but of adults, right? Everybody's an adult,
right?
And it kind of flows into like a gray area.
Correct.
Right, because we've talked about this before. You know, we've had guests come on and talk about certain experiences that are known in the jiu-jitsu community, sadly. You know, but it is coming out more. You know, more light is being shined on these things. You know, like grooming and assault, sexual assault on women and younger women with, you know, grooming. You know, I actually recently learned that an adult can be groomed also.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, I thought the term was for children only.
No.
Like just doing that to younger people. But actually an adult can be groomed as well. You know, it's just you don't hear of it as much. To be fair, you know, as an adult, you do need to take a little bit more accountability on your decisions.
100%.
So yes,
but an adult can be manipulated.
Right. So yes, you can still be groomed, but sometimes we need to not assume that that's what happened. Because I feel like people assume automatically that just because it's the student that they were groomed, even if the student is an adult.
Correct.
Like, not just 18 years old adult. I'm talking like 30 plus adult.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, that was kind of like one of the comments that I had heard from that, where someone was like, with that couple, like, oh, typical black belt marrying a white belt. Or a black belt.
Oh, for the wedding one? The promotion?
Yeah, that was one of the things that I'm like, oh, that wedding looked like it took a long time to plan. Like, she probably got into it. Like, immediately, I thought she probably got into it because of him. So that's kind of a gray area. It's
a very gray area.
I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, I that happens sometimes where you get into a relationship. Isn't that how you got into jiu-jitsu?
Yeah,
that's how I was
brought into it.
That's how I was brought into jiu-jitsu.
By my boyfriend, yeah.
By my husband.
Who is not my husband.
Correct. Well, mine was my husband the whole time.
Okay, yeah, mine was not. But yeah, it's a super gray area. So, because some people say, oh, like, no matter what age, if it's a black belt and a white belt, it's grooming. And I don't think that's fair, because now you're not only discrediting the female for, like, being able to even make decisions or recognize manipulation.
Correct.
And abuse. You know, like, yes, some women will not recognize it, but some will.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's not, you can't just assume that that's what happened. Like, I don't think that's fair. It's a gray area because they are both full adults.
Yes.
Over 30 years old, like, maybe even 25 and above. Like, 25, you're a little closer to, like, you know, I'm sorry, like, when you're in your 20s, you're definitely a little more impressionable. You know, you're not as experienced. You know, obviously, the older you get, the more experience you have.
And the easier it is to tell when when someone's attempting to manipulate you.
Yeah. So, and then there's also, like, another gray area. Okay, like, so let's say your black belt teacher is dating a white belt, and they've been dating for a while, and then that he never dated, like, they broke up, and he hasn't dated a white belt in years. You know, maybe he found somebody else. Okay, would you still consider that episode grooming?
I think that there has to be
a pattern. Or would you, like,
pattern.
Even assume?
No,
yeah, exactly.
I think it needs to be a pattern for it to be seen as grooming. I think there are so many, it's great. It's not black and white.
Exactly.
There are so many ways that could happen. Like in the last two cases, I think they were established relationships before jiu-jitsu was a part of the relationship. So then I think that's a weird thing. Or the other thing is, let's say you bring in one of your longtime friends as a student, right? And that longtime friend of yours that was just your friend and came in as your student, all of a sudden after seeing each other more, even though this is and now you also have something you're bonding over, then all of a sudden a relationship sparks from there.
Yeah. What if they had feelings for that person forever, like the whole time,
exactly.
And then now they're seeing each other again.
But they knew each other prior to jiu-jitsu, like,
and nothing ever happened. You know, maybe timing, like maybe it just never happened, and now they're older, like whatever.
Again, like, when it's adults, it's gray areas. And while I don't think teachers should be dating their students actively,
it is best to not do that as a practice, as a habit,
right?
Because then it becomes a problem. If
Correct.
you're constantly breaking up and dating white belts as a black belt teacher and owner, that is a problem.
So while I think it's a good rule, I think there are also exceptions to the rule because it is such a gray area.
Exactly. There's always exceptions.
Yes.
And it's a gray area. You should take
unless and I just gotta put the disclaimer, unless they're underage. Then there's
right. No,
that's
I'm talking about
that's
adults.
immediate. Yeah, but as adults, No, there's exceptions.
Yes, adults can be groomed, but like, you know, it's a case by case basis, and we would hope that, you know, let's say that white belt girl is your friend, and you know, you notice maybe the behaviors are a little manipulative, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like ask your friends, does it seem like this is happening, you know, like, or if you see it happening, you know, speak up, like, don't just keep your mouth shut and ignore it if you think there's actually like a problem happening, like, you get me, if you think somebody's being manipulated, you speak up.
Yeah, 100%. Now, there is kind of like that reverse role, but at this point it's not grooming, where females will like that kind of like power shift where someone's got like a black belt and immediately they're kind of like,
yeah, like they
onto
like
the black belts.
the power over
Yeah,
them or
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a thing.
That's that too. So like, how can you assume a chick like that is
yeah, some girls like that actually. Yeah, some girls just
And
genuinely like that dynamic.
I'm not saying it's okay though, and as a jiu-jitsu teacher, if you've got one of those, you should probably run in the other direction.
Yeah, guys, they should not take advantage of them.
Yeah.
But you know, yeah, if it can be healthy, you know.
Well, no, if it's like that, I'm probably not gonna be healthy.
Not everybody likes that exactly equal type of dynamic, you know. Some people like that traditional like man woman roles.
Okay.
You get me? Like, I'm not talking about like overpowering. I'm just talking about like, oh, you can protect me, and you know, like some women look for that in men, like that they can feel protected and nurtured and taken care of, and you know, as I guess being as a black belt, they think that can be provided just because of that.
Yeah.
And in some cases, yes, but not always.
No.
But not always.
No.
So.
The only way I want to feel safe and nurtured is emotionally. Physically, I'm good.
I'm just saying there's some women like that.
Yeah.
We're not like that, but there's some women like that.
Yeah.
So everybody just be careful.
Yeah. Obviously, student-teacher relationships are not recommended. Again, there are gray areas, and you can't just...
recommend. You don't want... What's that phrase? You know, don't poop in your own...
Yeah, don't shit where you eat.
That.
Yeah, don't shit where you eat, guys. Yeah.
It's not a good idea. It can get messy.
Mm-hmm.
But we're just saying, don't assume that every adult student-teacher relationship
is grooming, because it's
grooming.
not. It's not.
It's not. It's a gray area.
Yeah, it's a gray area, and it might not be right. It might not be right.
And then
have you spoken
to them? Yeah, and have you spoken to them about it? Have you even like given your opinion to see what they say?
Mm-hmm.
Have you let them explain themselves? No, we're just assuming it was grooming because one's a black belt, one's a white belt, or a blue belt, whatever, a lower rank.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a purple or brown, it's not grooming. I don't know, whatever. But then it is a problem because there are people in the community that do target young females that are not adults.
Correct. That's different completely. That is always a no-no, and if you do it, you're disgusting and you should be outed.
And it's actually, you know, I didn't really like hear about it too much when I first started jiu-jitsu, but the longer I stayed, the more and more I saw.
To be fair,
exposed.
I didn't hear that much of it when I had first started either. And then I think like 3 years into it, there was some guy in Naples. I forgot what school he went out of.
That's okay, don't name.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
Somewhere in
not.
Naples.
But it was like 3 years into me doing it, and our friend that lives in Naples actually trained out there while he was out there, and he was like, yeah, we knew them, and like everyone knew that relationship was weird between that like teacher and that child.
Like, oh, he's picking them up from school or something. Taking them to training.
It was a lot of really weird stuff. Where I think that's how I was so easily discovered, because it was clear that something not kosher was happening there.
Yeah, all parents, if any parents are watching this, do not let your younger kids be alone with their coach.
Well, I think
completely alone.
To be fair, I don't like when the parents at our own school like literally leave their teenagers alone there.
Yeah, you should always be supervising.
I think you should. Yeah, you need to know what your child is around, and if you're gonna let them be in an environment where it's all adults,
mostly adults, then
you're definitely gonna want to stay there. I would want to stay there, and I think our school is pretty freaking safe. We've got, but no, I think you should be there.
Yeah, it's really important because, like, it's sometimes it's hard to recognize these people. It's hard to like distinguish them until something happens, and then you're like, oh my god, something happened. You get me?
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't trust these people with your kids. I'm sorry. Like, and it's I don't know if it's more prevalent or they're just not hiding it as well anymore. I don't know what's going on, but it's too common already.
And it's not. And also, let me like preface. This isn't even just in the jiu-jitsu community.
Oh well, yeah. It's like the whole freaking world.
It's like literally anywhere
where
there's
really
that where there's that weird power dynamic. There's someone that's like preying on children.
It is so weird. It's not even just jiu-jitsu. Yeah, exactly. It's the whole goddamn world. It's like with the Epstein thing and.
So like, if you know that this is where the world is, don't go leave your child with a bunch of adult strangers that you don't know. I feel like that's common sense. My parents would never.
My mom would never leave me alone.
Never.
No.
I mean, I also didn't do jiu-jitsu growing up because she didn't have time to sit around and watch me do stuff like that for 2 hours.
Yeah. You know, and a common cue, like, we could just shift into, you know, how to notice a creep, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, a common cue that I've noticed among stories is, you know, the girl's young, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, some type of normal-esque dynamic between her and the black belt teacher or whatever, and then, or just even higher belt. Let's just say higher belt. Doesn't necessarily have to be the teacher, but, you know, just a higher rank and a young female.
Right.
And she turns 18, and all of a sudden they're dating.
No. Obviously, there was her relationship prior, and even if there wasn't a relationship prior, that man
was already looking at her.
already planting those fucking seeds.
Oh yeah, exactly. Grooming, exactly, which is grooming, planting seeds, normalizing the age gap. There was this person that thought it would be cool to date his younger sister's best friend the moment she turned 18. What is that?
It's gross.
It's
gross. Like, okay, fine, I get it. She's legal. But that means that there had to have been some weird stuff going
beforehand.
on
there had to
before
be.
She turned
like 18. You were already looking. Like, let's not.
Yeah.
We're not dumb.
Yeah.
Nobody's that dumb.
Mm-hmm.
They think everybody's that dumb, but we're not that dumb.
But we're not. We're not born yesterday, okay?
Like, not every adult is gonna fall into these grooming tactics. I'm sorry. You can say all your little lies and all your little manipulations, but there are a lot of people that can see the truth.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm sorry, but you guys are going to probably get some not so great karma.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's not right what you guys do to children.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't even know. I don't know because I'm pretty grossed out by it.
Yeah. And then the creepos that, you know, with like sexual assault, because that's also a problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even just grooming, it's assaults against women.
Mm-hmm.
You know, women are scared to speak up against creepos at the gym. Because the moment you speak up and they get banned, they start messaging you horrific shit.
Yeah.
And threatening you and attacking you. Like, and then people wonder why women don't speak up. Because, look, the moment you speak up, that person that you're speaking up about is threatening your life.
But if you do...
speak up.
But, yeah, speak up. Go and speak up. I don't care if you're scared or whatever it is, because you need to speak up and let everybody know where you're training, what's going on, so that can be handled and addressed in a timely manner so that weirder things don't start to happen. And if you're getting threats and stuff like that, then I'm sorry, but I am not above contacting the police.
Yeah.
Not even a little, because at that point it has nothing to do with your jiu-jitsu school. You're dealing with a crazy, and you need to treat crazy like crazy.
Yeah. So.
Period, point blank. And if they want to come out here and say, oh, why are you ruining my life? Why are you still sending all of this?
Protect yourself.
I'm not
and
ruining
protect
it.
Others.
You are dumb.
Yeah. You are dumb. Like, setting these threats. Yeah, like, just don't be scared. Tell your teammates. They will back you up. You know, be insistent on it if it's really a problem, if you're really uncomfortable and you don't feel safe, because it's important to feel safe at your gym.
Yeah. So which means, and that starts with also you being open and honest about what it is that's going on. And if you're at a school
and don't
that listens to what it is that you're saying, and they treat it like it's nothing, then you should probably go elsewhere.
Yeah.
Especially if there's other people who are also having similar experiences.
Yeah, and if they still ignore the problem, then change school.
Yeah, because then the whole thing is a problem.
100%. So, besides that, I want to talk about when you're rolling with women. It seems to be a consistent debate about how men feel, or like, because like, okay, so I had an acquaintance, an interaction with an acquaintance that said, oh, I don't understand how men can let their girlfriends or wives do jiu-jitsu, rolling with men and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because yes, it's a close contact sport. I guess it could be a little handsy, you know.
Then the person that said that rolls with girls and thinks about their problem.
Well, he doesn't even do jiu-jitsu. No, that guy doesn't even do jiu-jitsu.
Oh, okay. Well, then that means that if he were to do jiu-jitsu, he would go in with the wrong headspace. Because not a single person that's actually seriously trying to fight is thinking, oh, this chick's tits are in my face.
Exactly. It's true.
And reveling in it.
It's literally like, I don't want to get tapped out by a girl.
Exactly.
That's what they're thinking about.
Yeah.
Ego takes over instinct.
Right.
Like, am I about to get submitted by a girl?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Get off me. Murder.
Yeah. So clearly he's not the right person to like talk to. And he shouldn't have an opinion.
But you can instantly notice those creepos that do show up for jiu-jitsu. You can tell which dudes are in it for the wrong reason. And or if they're rolling with women for the wrong reason. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. For sure.
If they're eye-goggling, if they're if they're not doing anything in certain positions and they're kind of just like laying there, you know,
then
those are red flags.
100%.
Obviously, if they make any weird comments.
Red flag.
Red flag. What else? Like, you can spot the creepo. And then if that is happening, do not roll with that person ever again.
Yeah. And mention it immediately.
To everybody.
To
everybody.
Don't wait for it to get weirder.
Yeah, wait. In that moment, say it.
Like, yo, this person's doing
just said this to me while we were rolling. Or just did this to me while we were rolling.
Yeah. Again, you want things to address. You don't want things to kind of like avalanche or escalate. You would
boil up, because then they're like, oh, why'd you wait this long to say anything?
Exactly. Because then I'll tell you what, if it's something weird like that, it's not just going to be one girl that notices that or that experienced that. Exactly. It's going to be multiple. And if multiple girls are telling you, yo, like we just rolled for the first time and this, that, and that happened, and then he made a comment about my body like this and I'm not comfortable, then that'll get addressed a lot easier and a lot quicker, and it won't allow something worse to come of it.
Yeah, like...
Because it'll get handled before it gets weird.
Right, we want prevention. Correct. What is it, an ounce of prevention
is worth more than a cure?
No, it's worth more than a pound of cure. Yeah, so prevention is key. We don't want to wait for something bad to happen.
Yeah. I thought this was going to be a lighthearted conversation. It got like super serious.
It's a serious conversation.
It is. It's a very serious conversation. Serious. I don't think I was prepared. That's all.
Yeah.
It's tough.
And I'm proud to say that we're at a gym that does not take stuff like that lightly, and we get rid of people that are like that.
Yeah.
That cause problems or are not appropriate. You know, it's different to be like friendly and just like messing around, but you can tell when it's not appropriate. Like,
yeah.
You know, there's banter and then there's like
Yeah,
creepy comments.
And absolutely, when you're making these requests, make sure you're taken seriously. Don't make a joke of it, because when you make a joke of it, and you think, this is so hilarious. No, it's not hilarious, because it can cause a bigger issue.
And people won't take you seriously.
And then when things start getting really weird, people won't really think you're being serious, because you're just like, it's no big deal. It's like, I almost like it.
Yeah, like you're laughing about it, like,
exactly.
He did this, he said this.
No. And if for whatever reason, like you say it and you like laugh, make sure people know it's because you're uncomfortable, because that's something that makes you uncomfortable, but not because you think it's funny, because it's not funny. Yeah. And if you treat it like it's funny, then no one's gonna assume it's anything serious. So you went ahead and you like invalidated yourself just by doing that.
Yeah. So speak up immediately. Don't make a joke
out of it. If it bothers you, make sure people know it bothers you, including the person who's making you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. So now we can turn it over to, I guess, I hope that was a solid discussion for everybody. Let us know what you think in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like to share your opinions about what we said, or just in general.
Yeah.
About the topics.
Because you guys might 100% disagree with us when it comes to the gray areas with adults not being grooming. Because I know there are definitely people out there who refuse to kind of see that there can be exceptions to the rule. I get it. I think there are. Or maybe I'm just a sucker for love.
But I also agree that yes, adults can be groomed. So it is anything is possible.
It is a possibility, but don't immediately assume it without actually knowing
the situation. Yeah. Exactly. Don't assume. It's not fair to assume when it's adults. When it's a child and an adult, we can assume. We want to assume.
No, there is no assumption.
Investigate. Assume and investigate. Yeah. But with adults, gray area. So just try to stay open-minded and just actually like communicate with these people. You know, like let's talk, let's be humans, let's talk to each other instead of going on, you know, outlets and talking about stuff that we haven't even really confirmed, you know? Mm-hmm. So we're going to go to some questions that were sent in by more followers. Because those topics were actually sent in as well, but these are different topics, so
are we going to be lighter now?
Yeah.
Because I'm like sweating. Can we be normal now?
We're going to do a little more fun now. Okay, so first one is no gi versus gi. The never-ending question of, is gi dead? It's dying, guys. It's dying.
I don't think it's dying.
They're trying to keep it alive.
I think it's such a beautiful art, and I think that that's what made jiu-jitsu what it is to begin with. So I feel like it should be treasured and it should be preserved.
In a museum.
No. In your schools by doing. It's like, and this is coming from someone who hasn't put a gi on since I got promoted. So.
Since I got promoted. Oh, man.
So maybe I shouldn't, you know, but I think it should be preserved. I think it's also important to familiarize yourself with the gi, especially as a female.
Yeah, so we were talking about this. So as a woman, it's probably better to be more proficient in a gi with gi because in the streets, let's be honest, it's concrete and we have trouble fighting with a limb of a dude on the mats. So it's going to be really hard to fight, especially if it's a big, strong dude. But if they're wearing a jacket, bro,
you can take advantage of that because
we
you
can
know
use that.
gi.
Exactly. So
if you've got long hair, you can utilize that too, but
you gotta have long hair.
You gotta have long hair. I've choked people out with my hair.
You know, you can use your arms, like, yeah, maybe, but they're gonna be strong, and you get me? Yeah. Like, you're gonna have to use, like, dirty moves.
100%.
If there's no jackets or anything, you know? So, it's gonna be a street fight for real. But if you do learn gi, you know, there is a benefit at least for women. For men, you know, still also, like, if you're a smaller dude and you're being attacked by a bigger dude, you know, and you can use fabric to choke the dude, that's gonna help too. Yeah. So, it is dying. I do think it's dying. It should be preserved.
It might be dying. But I don't want it. I don't want it to die.
It should be preserved.
Which means I should put my gi on because I need to be the change.
I need to be the change. I just don't. I work on days that we train gi, so.
I have to let my husband do gi event. I mean, I guess I can trade off and be like, you do one gi day and I do one no gi. And, you know, we'll switch a day. I don't know if I want to do that, though.
I don't know if I want to do that. Sorry, Gio. It's like, nah, no gi is mine. But, like, okay, so the benefits of no gi, I guess. What makes no gi better than gi? Because there are cons. Like, not only can your opponent get out easier when it's no gi, like, just, like, slip out of your grips.
Right.
It's also, like, way sweatier.
So, yeah, I like the fact that...
after a while, it's even hard to get anything after any submission because everyone's just so slippery.
Yeah, but I think that's what makes it fun. At least I enjoy jiu-jitsu that's like that. I enjoy it back and forth. I enjoy
No, but sometimes it's just too slippery where nothing's even really happening. You're just trying to grab each other and falling off. Like, that's what I mean when it's too slippery. If there's a back and forth, fine. But if it's just like, and then, I hate that. I hate that so much. Like, nothing's happening. All this effort for nothing.
I enjoy it. I do get hotter and sweatier in the gi, obviously.
Yeah, but at least it absorbs it.
Yeah, but then it's also it's also traction. It works against you.
Yeah, I don't like the traction. I can't escape things as easily.
Yeah. So I think the only reason no gi is so much more popular is because it's easier to do. because it's easier.
It's less work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you're trapped in like
you don't have to be as
grips,
technical.
Yeah. Once you're trapped in lapel grips, man, like you can't do anything until you get rid of those grips. Mm-hmm. So it's like, and kind of same for no gi, but like you can kind of like. You can let them have like one grip and still do something, but with the gi, bro, like one little fabric grip, and you're just like.
I get stuck more with gi. I think most people do. Gi is also not as fun to watch, and like
gi is not fun to watch.
It's not as fun to watch.
It's so slow paced.
Exactly, because it's different. It's more methodical. It's more technical, which is why it's beautiful.
It's more technical, less wrestly.
Yeah. So like those are differences.
Maybe that's why I like it, because I watched pro wrestling as a kid, so I like wrestling.
I didn't.
So I like no gi better, probably. I like the messy, like, cavewoman attacks, I guess. Where you're just like, ah! Maybe. I don't know.
Girl.
But more and more schools are, like, eliminating gi classes, so...
I know.
It's dying. I don't think it's dead yet, but it's dying.
That's sad.
It'll be preserved in a museum, don't worry.
No,
I
think Gracie schools are doing a good job.
We'll put the gi in a nice little box frame with a light. Make a whole Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu museum for the gi.
Stop. I'd go.
I would too. Alright, so... And then we had another person that gave the training... at different ages or stages as a woman. So...
Like what specifically? Like what we think of it?
Maybe our experience. I can talk about personal experience.
I mean, you can't... I started training like in my mid-20s, so...
And then how does that differ from how you train now?
Oh, how...
Different stages of life and like training.
Oh, I mean, I think it's just like with men. When you're young, it's easier. When you're old, it's harder, and you start to break. Duh, we're not different.
Also, a lot more responsibility because I was in pharmacy school when I first started, so I was in college. But I had to study so much, I could only train like twice a week.
To be fair, though, most of the people that are in college, that's when they get to train the most.
Yeah, and I actually got to train less when I was a college student. So for everyone, it's different.
Yeah, exactly.
I literally had to study like 8 hours a day, guys, or more. Like, it was horrendous. It was depressing. That's just how much material I had to remember.
Yeah.
It was a lot of studying. So I would only train like twice a week. And then when I finally graduated, then I started training like 3 to 4 times a week. And that's still what I'm doing now. Like 4 times a week. 4 to 5, depending on the situation. How long have we been talking? Oh, 46 minutes. Okay.
We're almost at the end, right?
Yeah. Thanks if you guys have made it this far.
Oh my god, yeah. Please make sure you follow us. And you subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Spotify. We're Jiu-Jitsu Sisterhood, the whole way across. JJS. Oh yeah, TikTok. We're there too.
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube,
All right,
Spotify.
that's it. Work.
Dr. Nebby, love you, JJ.
You made it too.
But yeah, it's been different. Like it was hard to get there in the beginning. Now it's easier. But yeah, like she said, as you get older, it's like, and then with women, we have like our cycles.
Yeah. So
that makes you not want to train sometimes.
Yeah. Or sometimes it just makes your performance a little bit worse than it would be if you weren't.
Yeah, also at the gym too. Like when we go to the gym, like some days we're like, yeah, like pumped. And then like 3 weeks into the cycle, it's like, I'm so tired. Yeah. Like, I have zero energy.
Like in the event that you guys didn't know, we go through our whole hormonal cycle. It takes us 28 days. And it takes a man 1 day to go through his entire hormonal cycle. So we only feel normal.
For like a week.
2 days out of the month. We are only normal levels 100%.
Oh, wow.
2 days out of the month.
That's crazy. I thought it was at least a week.
Nope. That's why we're crazy.
That's why we're crazy.
That's why I'm unhinged, okay?
Unhinged. You're not unhinged.
I'm a little unhinged.
That's annoying. So it's also annoying for competition because literally, like, worst luck ever. Every time there's a competition, I gotta weigh in. That is the week I am bloated AF.
Isn't that always the way it happens?
For
me, it was always the way it happens.
So annoying.
Yep.
So you gotta make sure you're like 4 pounds less than what you actually need to be because of that damn thing. So annoying.
The next competition I choose, I think I'm cycle syncing now. Everything I do, including my workouts, and that's what I'm gonna do. If it does not fall within a good week for me, I'm not even gonna bother.
Yeah, I also heard that it hurts when you have your period and you get a tattoo. Because I did that the other day and I was dying. I legit felt like I was being tortured. And I have never felt that much pain with any of my tattoos.
Oh, I guess your pain tolerance is down.
I guess so.
That would make sense.
And then my friend told me that. She's like, were you on your period? I'm like, actually, I was. I was like 2 days in. Or 3 days in, maybe.
Cycle syncing is important as a woman.
Horrible.
Get in your feminine energy, guys, and start cycle syncing.
I'm going to test it, though. I'm going to test that theory. I'm going to get the next session not during my period. And see if I feel like I'm being tortured still. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, maybe it's just the area. Because I got this. Like, maybe it's just the area that hurts so much. But this didn't hurt.
No, it shouldn't have hurt that much.
So I'm like, if this didn't hurt, but I don't remember if I was on my cycle or not. So, but I was for this, and death. Horrible.
Well, test it, because maybe, kind of, sort of. I can kind of see it.
I don't know, but okay. Anyways, yeah, that was about the stages of life. Sorry. So now, yeah, I'm still at the same stage. But it is cool. We did have like an older woman reach out that she like stopped training for like 9 years, and she might join our gym. So, she had kids, went to school, I think, or she did a bunch of stuff, life stuff, but she took a 9-year break, she's a purple belt, and she wants to come back. So, if you love it, like, don't talk yourself out of going back just because, whatever stage of life you're in. Like, if you want to go back, go back.
Absolutely go back.
Like, if it makes you happy and you truly enjoy it, like, it's important to have a hobby and something that you enjoy in life. Like,
yeah.
That's going to make you live longer.
Or like we said, we need a third place, guys. Make Jiu-Jitsu your third place.
Yeah. She also wanted to know about, like, I guess how we feel about imposter syndrome. So I think imposter syndrome happens a lot more in the lower belts. Mm-hmm. Because I did feel it a lot less with my brown belt. I maybe felt like a little bit, but not as much as I did when I got promoted to like my other belts. Mm-hmm. And like just feeling like, I don't know, I guess where you feel like you are your rank, how some people, like I guess that type of imposter syndrome. Mm-hmm. Like what are you even doing? Like, are you even good at this? Like I was a blue belt for 4 years. I'm like, should I even continue this? Like I've been a blue belt forever. Am I even good? Like,
so
you get me?
Yeah. I think it's more. Like it happens more on the lower belts.
Yeah.
Because even though I get down on myself now and I go, man, I suck. I don't think I'm actually.
Like, should I just quit?
Oh wait, no, that's a lie.
Oh no, that's a lie.
Oh no, that's a lie. I just had that happen recently because I just had that recently. So yeah, no, I guess never mind. And maybe it never goes away.
It could be with stages of life. Maybe your recent stages of life, like the kids and stuff. Maybe that made you like.
Yeah.
Rethink it, but you still came back, so.
Well, yeah, no, for sure.
But you did have a moment where you're like, should I just stop?
Yeah, I did. I had a moment, and we were like doing this, and I'm like, I think I'm just gonna quit.
I'm just gonna what?
I think I'm just gonna quit.
I'm just gonna quit. She didn't quit, guys.
Yeah, no, I don't think I ever will. I think everybody has those moments. I think they're normal, and I think it's about moving past it and realizing that you kind of have to take the good with the bad, and sometimes you're up, and other times you're down. And...
Yeah, and then at the end of the day, really, like, okay, so don't be chasing the belts. Like, just, if you like it, like I said, if you like it, just keep doing it. Like, don't look at, like, oh my God, it's been X amount of years. Should I even keep doing this? Am I even good at this? Like, don't think about it that way. Just keep showing up and just let it happen. Like, just let the journey happen, Like, the uncertainty is what makes it exciting, is it not?
Yeah.
That's what makes life exciting in general. The uncertainty of it all. Yeah. So, in those days you feel sad, I'm not saying you always have to go either. Yeah.
Like I took this week off, but I'm more than sad.
Like anytime you're having those moments that you're down, that you feel like you shouldn't even be doing it, or you're just sad about, whatever's going on in your life. Sometimes Jiu-Jitsu will help.
Yeah, sometimes that's when you kind of need it the most, because it'll help you kind of take your mind off of whatever's going on, and it's good to have hobbies.
Yeah, it's a nice little mental break.
Exactly.
But if you do, go to class sad, thinking you're gonna have a nice little break, but you still don't feel like being there, just go home.
Yeah. I mean, I think we said it in like one of the early episodes. If you're in this for the long run, it's okay to take time here and there when you need it. Because the mats will still be there.
Exactly. Especially if it's like a lifelong thing.
Exactly.
Like, why are you putting so much pressure on something you're going to do forever? Like,
like if it's forever and it's going to be a part of your life, then just take it a step at a time. Yeah. And if you don't need to be there for a day, it's okay. It doesn't mean you don't love it anymore. It doesn't mean
you're still disciplined if you take a week off, guys. Even if you take 2 weeks off, and if you only took 2 weeks off in the whole year, you are still disciplined. 100%. I hear people being like, "Oh my God, I haven't done jiu-jitsu in forever," and then I go, "Oh, how long has it been?" Like 2 weeks, and I'm like, I know it feels like a lot, but it's not. If you compare to how many weeks you've been training compared to your little 2 weeks that you didn't train, I promise you've been training way more than you haven't not been training. Like, come on, guys. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah, 100%. Give yourself a little grace.
Let yourself enjoy jiu-jitsu. Don't, force it on. But, like we said,
now,
sometimes it's good.
Yeah, sometimes it's good. If you're, competing and you're competing for something, I understand putting the extra pressure on yourself.
If you're competing, yes.
Yeah. But hopefully nothing, terrible mental health-wise is happening to you during that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that you can still compete.
Exactly, and still go without a problem. So it's just, It's a weird day for me, guys. Give me a little bit of...
It's a weird day for me, guys.
It's a weird day, guys. Sorry.
The last thing that was sent in was about, hygiene. So, we all know there's a staph problem in jiu-jitsu. Let's be honest. Ringworm and staph. It's gross. It's disgusting. It's mostly why a lot of women don't even do this sport. Because it's very gross. Yeah. Nobody wants infections. Nobody wants to be on antibiotics all day, or all the time, really. Yeah. So
on a regular basis.
Yeah. Guys. First of all,
take a shower.
Take a shower before training. Like, I shower before every training. I don't sit in my clothes all day and then go change my clothes, because that's not enough, guys. It's not enough to just change the clothes.
No, absolutely.
We have odors. Not. Everybody has odors.
But it's not even just the odors. It's the bacteria that's harboring on your skin.
Yeah, with the oils and everything.
And then you're passing that along to other people.
Yeah, and then we're exchanging body flora. You don't know what that is? That's the bacteria that lives on your body. It's called flora. We're exchanging that. It's happening. So, don't be gross. Okay? Check your skin, bro. Ladies, check yourselves. Don't go to class if you see something weird on your skin, or cover it up at least. Maybe if you're not sure what it is and you haven't confirmed, or also ask somebody. Maybe.
Yeah, for sure. Ask somebody.
Before you even go to class, hey, coach, what does this look like to you? Does this look like an infection? Maybe I shouldn't go to class. Don't do that to your teammates, guys. Come on.
Yeah. Be aware of what's going on with your body.
It spreads, and then everybody starts getting it. That's not fun. Yeah. And now everyone's on antibiotics. Now we're increasing antibiotic resistance. We're making the damn thing stronger. At the end of the day, if that thing keeps getting stronger, our antibiotics are not going to work anymore. And I'm a pharmacist, guys. I know how this works. Don't be taking antibiotics for no reason either. Because then we're going to have bacteria that kills us all. Because we're not going to have anything to fight it.
So take a shower. What is it? An ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure.
Please. Shower before. Change your clothes after class. Don't go sit in a sauna in your sweaty jiu-jitsu clothes.
That sounds gross.
I know people that have done that. And they definitely got staph.
Yeah.
That's gross. Wipe yourself down. Get those cleansing wipes. Even a damn paper towel with soap and water will do the job. You don't have to buy the fancy wipes.
Yeah, just do something about it.
Get a towel. Come on, guys. Let's not be gross.
Yes.
Let's not be gross. Nobody wants a skin infection.
No.
And then they leave scars, too.
Yeah. I've gotten ringworm before.
Yeah, I've gotten staph once.
I got ringworm.
Very painful. Thank God it wasn't, massive. Because I noticed it immediately. I'm like...
You're like, that's weird.
Yeah, I'm like, that looks weird. I'm always examining, to make sure I don't have anything. Which everybody should be doing.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Do it for you and do it for your teammates, guys. Change your clothes when you're leaving. Don't simmer in everybody's flora. Don't do it. It's not cute.
I have baby wipes all the time in my bag.
So gross.
It's a little gross. It's a lot gross. Just go take a shower.
And if you're coming over from work or I don't know, man, like
I don't think that's as gross because like sometimes you can't go home and take a shower. Because I was that person for a really long time where I couldn't.
I would always wash up even if I came from work. No. I would use like the sink and just like paper towels and.
I always had baby wipes.
Oh, okay. Well, you had wipes. Yeah, whatever. Wipes. Something to wipe down before, you know, because like, you know.
Yeah.
All right. That was the last submission that we had.
Okay. Are we gonna talk about this fight that's coming up in the Grappler of the Month?
Oh yes, that's right, guys. On our website, so we have Grappler of the Month. Mm-hmm. That we're going to be doing. This month was Caitlin Murdoch.
Yes.
Who is actually, she had just gotten, was it silver in No-Gi Worlds?
I believe so, yes.
She did great. And she's actually going to be fighting Helena Cavar.
Yeah.
But in an event called Karate Combat. They're not doing karate though. Hiya.
Just the name of the event. Hiya. Hand movements and all.
They're not doing karate, but they're doing that event is doing a new thing called Pit Submission Series. Wagner Roach is also gonna be on there against what's this guy's name? Something Griffith. Some big dude from I believe he's from New Wave. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry guys, I don't follow the dudes too much.
We're not here for you.
Love you though. Love you though.
For real, especially our honorary sisters.
Our honorary sisters. And the ones that have not been honored yet, but we appreciate you. Mm-hmm. We appreciate the support.
Definitely.
But yeah, so they're going to be on that event. We're going to do commentary on that event. If you guys want to check that out, it should be on YouTube. And then we're also going to be commentating on Fionn Davies versus Amanda, aka Tubby Aliquin, who's from Florida.
Yes, I think it's gonna be fun to watch.
It's definitely gonna be a fun match. I love Fionn though. I know Tubby is local gal. She's cool too. I haven't met her, but she's cool too.
I love Fionn Davies.
But I love Fionn. Like she's wrecking everybody, and she has great technique. She's aggressive. She's good on the top. She's good on the bottom. She's well-rounded. She's been doing gi and no gi, so. I just like her a lot in general. But I'm excited to watch Tubby fight her. Yeah. Like, that's awesome. Like, that's awesome for her, for both of them. Like, they get to fucking fight to get out. Mm-hmm. That's going to be on February 9th, that one. Mm-hmm. So we do commentary and we upload it to YouTube either same day or next day. So keep an eye out for that, guys. Should be exciting.
Yes.
We'll have our coach on one of those too with the commentary. So. Yeah. You know. We hope our commentary gets better. We're working on it.
We hope hearing a dude's voice makes it less annoying for you.
I don't know if we were being too harsh. We are kind of critical when it comes to technique, but only because our coach is so goddamn critical.
That's why, dude. Like, have you heard him do like commentary? He's such a dick when he does commentary.
I think he passed on his like
dickness.
No, I don't want to say that. His strict.
I don't want to say that.
His strict.
He gave me. He made me a big.
Okay, fine. It's his fault for sure. But yeah. So we were also saying positive things, but yeah, I guess we were being a little harsh. Mostly when nothing was
that harsh.
Okay, we weren't. But when nothing was happening, when we're like, they should be doing this. I don't know. Somebody said we were being a little.
There
harsh.
was
only one person though.
Yeah. He said that. What was it? We're being very critical. I think it was something like it wasn't even that.
He
serious.
wasn't saying it in a bad way. He was laughing about it. Like, dang, you guys are being so like critical on their technique. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Isn't that part of it though?
Literally us all the time at our gym. Like, bro, what are you doing?
We're mean to each other.
Yeah, we're mean.
Super mean.
It's like siblings. It's terrible. So yeah, keep an eye out for those.
We'll put the little posters up.
If you guys
wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, posters.
Poster. Now.
Just check.
Spare fingers. So we'll post the links of. I was gonna post a link of something. I don't remember what it was.
The website.
I can post that too.
We have a website, guys.
I don't remember if it was that. But either way. If you guys have any other ideas of things you would like to hear us talk about, send in your suggestions. You don't have to wait for us to make a post about it, about what you guys want us to talk about. Mm-hmm. Feel free to message us on Instagram directly, saying, hey, could you guys talk about this?
We're here.
That'd be great. So, once again, I think that's it for us.
Thanks for tuning in.
We're tapping out.
Shadow.
I can hit I'm like, what is that? Always shadow. It's always shadow.